Hello, traders, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful Friday. Now, if you will hear some sound here from the background, keep in mind that I have my son who is um, putting together some IKEA furniture. So he's our young man who taking care of some stuff. So anyway, I want to look today at some of the stocks, okay? But before we go to some of the stocks ahead of actually webinar that again will be on Monday, 15 Central European time. So if you're around at your PC, if you have time around that. Um, Keep in mind that you can always join us. Okay, so the webinar will be on YouTube. Now, before we go to some single stocks, I want to look at this our latest post. S&P 500 can be supportive for Kiwi. So this has been posted a little bit earlier. We said that that's a consolidation. We are looking higher for a break out of this consolidation. For now, prices came to the upside. We are seeing some intraday setbacks after the US consumer sentiment came better than expected. But still, I think that in the near term, stocks indexes, the major ones, could see more upside. So I'm wondering if Kiwi and maybe even like Aussie could see some strength here. If really are going to see break out of consolidation, then I think that Kiwi could do the catch up here. It's a very nice consolidation. It has been a very nice consolidation. Of course, markets are not going tick by tick because these are still different markets, right? But looking at New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, that's definitely very interesting support. So if S&P 500 can break higher, I think that Kiwi could see some strength as well. And if we can break out of this downward channel, I would be looking for potential buying opportunities on a pullback. Okay, so we will talk about this and a lot more in our webinar on Monday. Also, now let's take a look on the US notes or opposite of that US yields. We are seeing a free wave setback, so more upside here means that US yields could come to the downside. It means that dollar could also come back under pressure. 104, 104.30 is the potential resistance. If that would be the case, that again, it's going to be supportive for stocks, right? And now, if we look here at some of the ETFs, right? I'm looking at technology sector for the last 7 days. It looks like it's a very strong one, of course, because of Microsoft that is trading at new highs. And then at the bottom you have utilities and energies that are not doing that well, but financials, as you can see, are gaining some momentum here. So I think the technology sector could stay strong here, and I really want to look at this. Adobe, because I think that it really has a very beautiful price action. We see higher highs and higher swing lows for the last couple of weeks, not weeks, months. So I'm definitely looking for this uptrend to resume. Also, I'm seeing some unfilled gap here from earnings that goes back to December. And we still have plenty of times for next earnings. So I think that there is a time for this waveform maybe to come out a little bit more complex, or it's already finished. But the idea is that the drop is already in three waves. So sooner or later, I think that more upside can be seen. And definitely this unfilled gap in the short term looks very attractive here around that's around 627. Okay, keep in mind that those gaps after earnings, there have been a very nice they caused a very nice, firstly a very nice continuation, but then prices reversed and filled this gap. It also occurred here. If you look back in September, we have seen a gap lower on earnings, and then market stabilized down there and have seen a reversal even slightly higher here back into this gap before market made a new pullback. Even here, as you can see in March of 2023, also there was a small gap to the upside. Then we have seen a pullback right into this gap and a resumption higher. Of course, that's not always the case. Here's a breakaway gap in June of 2023 as well, which hasn't been filled. So obviously, it's not always going to be filled. But generally speaking, if you're seeing an uptrend, okay, and you want to stay with this uptrend, and then you see an unfilled gap higher, then I think that the probabilities for this gap to be filled are much better compared to the gaps that are lower, but you have an uptrend ongoing, right? So I'm looking for these prices to resume higher. I think that it has a very nice upside potential here. But if wave 4 gets a little bit more complex, obviously that's also very possible. So next deeper support, let's say that 560 is broken, then deeper support would be around 500, but still a very good level if we, of course, drop and break 560 as I said. Also, the next stock I want to look at is the PayPal. As you know, PayPal CEO Alex said yesterday or this week, or yes, it was on Wednesday, that they will shock the world. I think he said on January 25th. So probably looks like that they will announce something new, maybe regarding their technology, their payment system, whatever. But so far, this looks very, very interesting and attractive. So there is building some optimism around PayPal right now. And if I look at this stock, it definitely has a very beautiful pattern here. So what I'm looking at is a very nice wedge into an ending diagonal. Yes, I know that PayPal has seen a pretty, or not pretty, but very strong drop over the last few months. But still, looking at this latest price data and structure, we can clearly see that bears, even if they are still in progress, they are losing momentum, they are losing strength, and we are seeing the shape of an ending diagonal. Now, this ending diagonal is known as a reversal pattern, and it's a very powerful pattern because it tells us that even if bears are still here, they are losing strength, okay, compared to the previous price action, which, as you can see, was very strong to the downside. So this type of a price movement will normally occur at the end of the trend. And it can become very significant when you're seeing prices breaking out of this wedge. And so far, as you can see, the price is trying to break trend line right now, today, also end of the week. So if stocks will stay strong by the end of the day, end of the week, obviously, then I think that this will set up a very nice momentum for more gains early next week, especially on Monday. Also, head and shoulders formation, bottom formation can be also building up here, as you can see, left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. So I think that more upside could be seen again. This one has an unfilled gap from earnings of going back to August of 2023 when we got the miss of earnings here, as you can see, red color. So I'm looking for maybe for this gap to be filled. So above $70, that's probably the reasonable target while the market is trading here above $50. Of course, watch out for these earnings, which will be released at the first week of February. So February 7th, actually. So maybe still some time for this stock to continue to the upside, and then we will see how the price action will unfold. But so far, I think that it has a very beautiful structure and pattern for PayPal to continue higher. Okay, traders, I hope that you enjoyed this video. So if you like our analysis, especially if you like maybe currency pairs and cryptos, make sure to check our services wavetraders.com. Okay, we have plenty of updates there. Today this was update a little bit different. We focused on stocks. So let me know in the commentary below if you love this stock analysis, and I will try to produce more of them in the future, because I know the demand for stocks can be maybe much more than compared to something like currencies or cryptocurrencies. So I'm looking to deliver more of this content in the future if you will really love the idea to for me to look at those single stocks from time to time. Okay, so let me know about this in our commentary below. Traders, have a good day and talk to you on Monday. Bye.